In September 2022, at the age of just 34, Traoré led a military coup that ousted then-President Paul-Henri Damiba. This bold move made him the youngest head of state in the world. He justified his actions by pointing to the government's failure to address the worsening security crisis and the people's growing dissatisfaction. As interim president, Traoré focused on restoring stability.
Power from a humble background. Unlike most of his predecessors, since Kenya's independence in 1963, President Ruto came from a family that has not been part of the country's established elite. He was sworn in as Kenyan president in September 2022 after winning an election in August of that year, defeating opposition candidate Raila Odinga, who was backed by then incumbent President Uhuru Kenyatta. His election campaign slogan was the Hustler Move.
Welcome to Burkina Faso, a landlocked nation that's quietly turning heads with billion-dollar projects in energy, transport, water, and sustainability. While the world looks elsewhere, this country is building solar farms, airports, and mega roads that could reshape its destiny. And behind much of it, one visionary leader, Ibrahim Traoré.
In East Africa, Kenya stands as the economic powerhouse. It boasts the largest economy in the region, which is notably more dynamic compared to its neighbours. Kenya's economy is well connected to others in terms of investment and trade, making it the central hub for economic, commercial, financial and logistical activities in East Africa. According to the World Bank's Ease of Doing Business ranking, Kenya is positioned 56th globally and 4th in Africa, reflecting its favourable business environment. Moreover, Kenya is globally recognized as a hub of innovation, earning the nickname Silicon Savannah due to its rapidly growing technology and innovation ecosystems. Major players like Google, Microsoft, and Intel have established their regional headquarters in Nairobi, with IBM even setting up its first African research lab in the city. Kenya's economic dominance in the region is driven by a robust private sector that has flourished under generally market-friendly policies since independence. The country's relative political stability and consistency in policies have also contributed significantly to its economic dominance.
30 septembre 2022, dans un contexte de défi sécuritaire, le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré a une vision claire de la mission. Débarrasser le pays du joug terroriste pour permettre aux millions de Burkinabés dans les villes et campagnes de vaquer en toute quiétude à leurs occupations. Pour y arriver, des stratégies et logistiques nouvelles se sont avérées nécessaires pour une armée jusqu'alors sous-équipée et en sous-effectif. Un sous-équipement qui a parfois entamé les efforts consentis par les forces combattantes sur le terrain de la lutte contre le terrorisme depuis près d'une décennie. C'est dans ce contexte que le président du Faso, le capitaine Ibrahim Traoré, entreprend le vaste chantier de restructuration de l'armée. Une restructuration couplée à des dotations et à des recrutements sans précédent dans l'armée burkinabé. Ceci grâce à la volonté affichée au sommet de l'État, où l'on entretient depuis ces dernières années d'excellentes relations diplomatiques avec des États qui partagent la vision du peuple burkinabé. S'enchaînent alors les acquisitions à répétition. Des armes individuelles, des armes collectives, d'importants moyens roulants et aériens dont des drones sont remis par le chef de l'État à la hiérarchie militaire, de la logistique qui permet aujourd'hui une amélioration conséquente du paquetage du soldat burkinabé en mission sur les différents théâtres d'opération. En d'autres termes, c'est la puissance de feu de l'armée qui se trouve au plus. Fort de ces acquisitions, finit la sous-traitance du renseignement. L'armée burkinabé est aujourd'hui capable de poursuivre l'ennemi jusqu'à son dernier retranchement. En témoignent les récurrentes frappes de drones qui déciment de jour en jour les effectifs dans les rangs de l'ennemi. De l'armement acquis sur fonds propres par l'État burkinabé, en grande partie grâce à la contribution du peuple burkinabé, plus que jamais décidé à financer sa guerre à travers le Fonds de soutien patriotique. Un financement endogène qui est l'expression claire d'une souveraineté assumée sous le leadership du capitaine Ibrahim Traoré, chef de l'État, président du Faso.
together with one purpose of providing defense and remaining true to our motto, Ulinzi Daima. To achieve our mandate, the importance of investing in cutting-edge quality training for our personnel remains paramount. Through it, we can ensure our effectiveness and efficiency while being alive to the emerging security challenges that are ever evolving in today's world. This has enabled service personnel to be operationally ready for the challenges of modern warfare, rationalizing resources with mission priorities, embracing new technologies to maintain an edge over potential adversaries, improving interoperability and fostering innovation. In matters of peace and security in the Eastern region, Kenya towers as a beacon of peace and stability and progressively serves as a regional exporter of security. This is continuously demonstrated as the Kenya Defence Forces has been keen on restoring peace and security, most recently in Somalia, under auspices of the Africa Transition Mission in Somalia and in the Democratic Republic of Congo under the East Africa Community Regional Force, among other nations in Africa and beyond. When called upon, the Kenya Defence Forces has played an integral role in internal operations such as Operation Amani Boni and Operation Maliza Uhalifu to assist in flushing out terrorists and bandits. In Kenya Defence Forces operations, whether we are conducting them within or beyond our borders, efficiency, effectiveness, and professionalism form the bedrock of our engagements. The ability to optimize resources, adapt swiftly, and achieve mission success lies at the heart of our operations. We seek to nurture a culture of lifelong learning, mentorship, and skill diversification that creates a dynamic and adaptable force capable of tackling multifaceted challenges head-on. Together, we are forging a stronger and more adaptive force that is ready to safeguard our country's security, protect our citizenry, and contribute to national and regional stability in an ever-evolving global landscape. As one force, one mission, we seek to upscale our efficiency and effectiveness in defending and protecting our territorial integrity.
Mr. President, I hope I pronounced my felicitation properly. For me, it was an honor to be part of these commemorative events devoted to the great victory anniversary, and I would like to thank you for inviting us. It was a great honor for us. And I need to say that during this visit, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about culture, about history, that laid the foundation of the resistance of the Russian people, of its struggle. I learned of sacrifices your people made, and due to these sacrifices, we are free now. And I would like to thank you once again for this invitation, and this meeting allows us to think about what's happening in the world today and to think about the prospects as well. The obstacles that we can see today must not stop us. These obstacles, in some way, are even an advantage, because despite all the sanctions that were imposed on the Russian Federation by many states, Russia is still holding the leading position internationally, and we understand this. We understand how difficult it is. And I watched the parade, I watched the soldiers marching in front of us during the parade. I saw the equipment, including the tanks that from the times of World War II, and I saw the modern equipment, and we would like to see the cooperation between our countries developing rapidly, developing swiftly, and acquired new shapes and forms. We thank you for your attitude towards Burkina Faso. Today I visited Mendeleev Institute, and we understand that apart from defense and security, there is another essential field, which is science and education, and we would like to see Russia assisting us in training and educating our youth to help us to develop our own industries, our own enterprises, machinery, other types of manufacturing, because it's very important for Africa. We believe that terrorism that we can see today is a legacy of imperialism, and that's something that we fight against. If we put an end to this war, if we have a strong army, then we can develop our motherland. This is why we continue to fight. This is why we have this struggle. That's why it's important to train personnel, to educate people. In Africa needs a lot when it comes to equipment, when it comes to technology and machinery, and there are a lot of expectations in this regard. And that's why we still need to do a lot, we need to work a lot, and we would like to request an assistant, and the most important thing you can help with is this exchanges, transfers of technology, exchange of experience. We need to understand how we can use the experience and the know-how that Russian universities have, and how we can spread it to Burkina Faso, how we can open branches of the Russian universities and Burkina Faso to be more efficient in the way we educate our people, our citizens. This is the essential task that we are faced with. We would like to see Burkina Faso developing, and we would like to see students coming to us to learn various sciences. We can see great young people in the Russian Federation. Among them, there are a lot of researchers, young scientists, and we would like to learn from you. And another important area is military. We have a lot of projects in the field of defense.
Summit. China and Kenya have always been the leaders. Together, we have put in place a number of flagship connectivity projects, giving a strong boost to economic and social development in the region and bringing benefits to our two peoples. Recently, we just held the third plenary session of the 20th CPC Central Committee, laying out a strategic plan for comprehensively deepening reform to advance Chinese modernization. Mr. President, under your leadership, Kenya is also pressing ahead in its economic reform and transition. China wishes to take the opportunities presented by the summit to further align our development strategies and to take our comprehensive strategic and cooperative partnership to new heights.
Thank you very much for welcoming me to China and for the hospitality extended to me and my delegation. It is an occasion, Your Excellency, to thank you also for convening the all-important forum that brings China and Africa together. It is also an important opportunity for Kenya, China,